Is truth knowable? You know, people keep telling me lately that, no, it's just based on your perspective. It's just based on your collection of personal life experiences. It's where you're born. It's what you go through in life. Truth is relative to the time and place you were born, the situation in which you grow up, the environment. And I said, well, there are elements of truth to that postulation, which is, I mean, obviously our perspective on certain things with people and relationships. Those truths about those people only arise from our experiences. But aren't there knowable truths, big truths, that are out there? And most people say, well, yeah, scientific laws, things like that. But again, it's just a perspective. It's just our place in history. And I said, well, wait, I still don't get this. Let's go back 500 years. You and I are walking along, and I comment, and I say, wow, isn't it remarkable how the sun rises in the east each day perfectly, sets in the west each evening, and just does this cycle perfectly? I mean, isn't this incredible? We're sitting here on this platform, and our perspective says, man, like clockwork, this sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And you look at me and you say, well, there is a different concept here. There's a different thought. What happens if the sun isn't rising in the east and setting in the west? What if I was to propose that the earth is actually turning every 24 hours and the sun's actually just fixed in one position? So, whoa. I mean, based on my experience, based on my perspective, that's a tough one. But you know what? To be honest, that could work. That is a plausible postulation. And now, of course, 500 years later, we know, in fact, that the earth turns. We know that the sun doesn't rise in the east and set in the west. We know that the earth turns every 24 hours. Now, 500 years ago, we both have pretty reasonable ideas about that truth. Actually, mine was more reasonable than yours based on the perspective, based on the life experience that we both shared. But did that change the truth? Did that change the truth that, in fact, the earth turns? The sun doesn't go around us? You see, 500 years later, through astronomy and through science, we know, in fact, the truth of the earth turning every 24 hours. That truth did not change. It was just our perspective. It was just our observational platform that changed. But truth did not change. So I would just argue that there are many knowable truths out there that are separate, distinct from our perspective and our experience. And those are things to go search out in life.